Thanks for tuning in to The Solution Is You. I appreciate each one of you for taking time to visit me here on my channel. If you find value within my content, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. With that, let's go ahead and get into today's subject. Now, the topic of today is understanding your purpose. Now, this is something that I've talked about before here on my channel. A lot of people struggle with understanding the reason why they are here and what they are here to do. And I have struggles. I know there are many of you out there who have your own personal struggles. I find that it is a lot easier when you put the focus on yourself and work on improving you as opposed to looking at the faults of others. And so I'll take my time on this particular subject because it means a lot to me, and I'm basing everything off of at least the struggles that I have. And so when I started my channel here on YouTube, my very first video, I indicated how it's hard for me to get on camera. You know, I've always been a private person. I keep most of my business to myself. That's pretty much how I was raised, by myself. I have sisters, but I was pretty much raised by myself. And so I spent a lot of time alone. And when you go through years of being raised a certain way, it follows you. It doesn't matter how old you are. A lot of what you get when you are younger follows you. And so many of us missed out on a lot of life lessons. And when you miss out on these life lessons, you're there to figure everything out down the road. And this may be at a time where you need to be at your best. And so taking time to try to figure things out that should have been ironed out years earlier takes a lot of time and effort. And so as it relates to understanding your purpose, as I mentioned, there are many of us who struggle with this. And when you don't understand your purpose, your true reason for living, this creates significant trouble for you down the road. Not understanding your purpose can manifest itself in many different ways. Depression, substance abuse, toxic relationships, lack of respect, and selfishness, just to name a few. So when we look at society, the world consists of mostly good people. Every day we look at the news or we're reading some article, and it seems like there's bad news after bad news after bad news. So it could seem as if there's nothing that we can do to change what is happening day to day. And so there are more good people than there are bad people. Because if there wasn't, then this world could not continue to exist. So each of us were placed on the earth with leadership ability. And it is up to us to understand what our leadership capabilities are. In order for the world to continue to exist, we have to understand what our true capabilities are and to utilize these abilities to help other people. It's easy to place the focus on yourself, and everything that you do is only centered around you and for you and not others. And that's the reason I'm talking about purpose, because the more that you put into others, the more that you will live a fulfilled life. Life is about solving problems and not just about you or me. And another note I would like to add is that we are laying the groundwork today. And so this means that we aren't always the beneficiaries or the ones to be able to enjoy the fruits of the labor that we put in, but we have to understand that this is just as important for our next generation. So a lot of times people give up on themselves and they just give up on understanding their purpose, because if I can't enjoy what I'm doing today, tomorrow, then why even do it? So this is why it's important to understand your purpose as early as possible so that it becomes a part of you and it's attached to you so much that naturally you would want to pass this along to your offspring, and it's a continuation that is ingrained within culture. One of the things that you see wealthy or really successful people say when they're older, maybe they're in their late 40s or early or late 50s, and they have a family and they've made the money that they've wanted to make, is that they say it's all about family. It's all about passing the wealth down. It's rarely ever about them and themselves only. And there's a reason for this, because with wisdom comes knowledge and understanding. And so there's a lot of richness involved with understanding your purpose and helping others. And it's usually when you have resources that you understand the importance of helping others. In some instances, people understand that no matter how much money you have, if you don't understand what to do with it or how to improve others' lives, then money is useless. Money is only a tool. And for others, we don't understand that money is a tool, and we use it to basically waste and to uplift ourselves and not to truly invest in others, which really doesn't take money. It just takes time and effort. The money just magnifies and multiplies our efforts. So when it comes to understanding your purpose, one of the first things that you have to do is discover what it is that you're good at. And as I mentioned, you have to do this as early as possible. Understanding what you're good at and what your talents are key to everything that's to come within your life. And you may be good or talented at more than one thing, which is okay. So you discover your purpose or your talents, what you're good at, by asking a lot of questions. You can't be shy. You can't stay reserved. You have to go out and you have to talk to people. You have to interact. You have to ask a lot of questions about the things that you are good at. And you have to find other people who are already excelling at what it is that you're wanting to do or improve on. And you just want to understand how good that they've become and what got them to that point. So you have to ask a lot of questions. You have to write down your findings. You have to question why things happen. You also want to read a lot, doing research and staying in the books and reading as much as you can, becoming an expert on everything that you want to become. These are the things that you have to do if you want to discover your purpose. You can't discover your purpose by staying to yourself and not communicating with anyone. Thinking that you're too cool. This is something that will keep you confused and harboring resentment for when things don't work out for you later down the road. Once you discover what you are good at by asking questions and doing your research, next you want to prioritize your schedule. So everything, work, school, everything that you're doing within your life daily, you want to prioritize around what it is that you're good at. So this allows you to place focus on your skills or talents. Now ask yourself, why would I want to place focus on my skills and talents? Well, if your goal is to go out and help as many people as possible, which is a great task, then that means you need to be an expert at whatever it is that you're going to go out and help people with. And in order to be an expert, you have to be involved in something that you are quite comfortable with, because this is what you're going to spend most of your time doing. And I'm sure you've heard someone say that the easiest money to make is the money in which you're doing something you enjoy. So if you're going to do something that you enjoy in order to go out and help many people over and over again, then you want to start, like I said, as early as possible with perfecting your talent or your skill. And the only way that you can do this is time. And time is valuable. It's more valuable than money, because time you can't get back. Money you can make anytime. And once you put in the work, the money will follow. So we have to focus in on time, since you can't get that back. So what I find most times is that for people who don't understand their purpose, therefore not understanding how to prioritize their time in order to hone in on their skills and talents, they go out and they do the opposite. So they go out, create this huge schedule, which involves working around the clock or going to school full time while maintaining a full time or a part time job, and leave very little time for their skills and talents. And so what happens is, out of desperation at some point, because time is closed in on you, or you have immediate responsibilities that require a great deal of money, which is connected with you understanding your purpose in life as early as possible, due to desperation, you start involving yourself or start longing to do something that you've always wanted to do, but your schedule is tied up. So now you're starting to blame the job or whatever, your career, or you're starting to blame school or something like that as for the reason why you're not where you need to be. And you start making rash moves and quick decisions based on your desperation in order to make ends meet. And you're basically doing it all backwards. And this is what causes confusion and desperation and depression, due to not understanding and focusing on your purpose at an early age. So you want to prioritize your schedule around your talents and skills, so that you can put in the time to improve those skills or talents, and that you can eventually use those improved talents and skills to go out and make money off of them. And so once you get you a career, or you maybe start you a business, which is preferred, and you go out and you're doing the thing that you naturally know how to do, the money will follow. And therefore, you will be able to solve as many problems as you possibly can. And also, you will be happy in life doing the thing that you enjoy. And the majority of your day will be somewhat easy for you, because doing what you enjoy, which should be helping other people and improving yourself in the process. Number 3 is perfect your craft. So once you've discovered what you're good at, and you prioritized your schedule, and you understand your value, your skills, and your talents, now you want to perfect your skills and talents. And this is something that is done through time, and you're just figuring out what mistakes you've made and what your successes are, and you're just perfecting everything. Now, once you've perfected your craft, like I said, if there are other things that you are good at, that you excel in, then don't stay stuck in just one thing. You always want to improve yourself. You always want to continuously learn. So you want to go to the next level. You want to challenge yourself by replicating your success in something else, a different category that you may be good in. Which brings me to my last and final point of replicating your success. So once you've become successful in something, you've excelled in your talent, you're maxing out your skills, then replicate your success. Don't sabotage what you got going on by stopping what's already successful. Too many times, you could be the one that's getting in your own way. So you definitely don't want to do that. You want to go out and be the best person that you can. You want to continuously learn, and you always want to improve the lives of others. I thank you for listening to me today. Please understand that the solution is you. With that, have a great day.